Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company and happy Tuesday Newsday. It is here in Hamilton, it is rainy, very rainy, and it's supposed to rain most of the day. Thank heaven all the shops are inside, so all you have to do is get from your car to the door. We have lots of people in town this week because it's the Doan Girl Retreats are happening this week, and they often come a day early just to shop and get acquainted with the town. And so we're super excited about that. So let me tell you about what's coming up because we got lots of news today. So it is, it's Triple Play Week this week. All my sleeves with all my fabric on them. It's Triple Play Week this week. And what we're doing is the Kaleidoscope quilt. And that was such a hit when I did that as a tutorial. And so now we're doing it as a triple play. So you're getting 3 new ideas. And just to remind you, I mean, we'll go through all of this on the tutorial, but literally you're going to stack up 6 layers of fabric and they're going to be the placement is going to be identical. And I will show you how to do all of that. And then we're going to cut them into triangles. And then each set of triangles, you can put it together 3 different ways. So let me show you. Let's just put these 3 together right here so you can see some of the fun we're going to have. I want you to notice the big leafy wreath that's happening in the middle here. It's very fun. And I forgot to tell you, today I have Ella with me. My other granddaughter, Annie's sister, is filming today. And so this is the leafy wreath. Then if we turn these, so let's all turn them so that it comes to the middle with this little pink dot in the middle, and we'll see how different that looks. Because this is the fun part for me, I think, with this block, is that you get to so many different ways to set it. So now we have kind of this wreath of the big pink flowers with the little light pink dots in the middle. And then lastly, we can set it this way with the pansy type flower in the middle. And you have to decide every block which one you want to have. And they're all beautiful. This is the fabric that I'm using. The more colors and shapes and things that are in your fabric, the more difference you'll have. Look how cute that is. And then with the orange, isn't that fun? So we are going to be showing you 3 different ways to do this. Mine is a bordered. And of course, you can make it any size of your triangle. And it's going to be really fun. So that's this Friday, the Kaleidoscope Triple Play. Also, my signature box, you guys, my toolbox. I love this thing so much. You know, Ron got me one of these when our first year of marriage, had a plaque with my name on it. And I actually would love to show you that, but I can't seem to find it. I know we have it. I know it's somewhere, but I haven't had time to go through all the stuff in the garage. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the value that you get with this. And so mainly the difference is going to be in your scissors. So these scissors are heirloom type quality. They're ones that you're going to be able to hand down. They are, stainless steel. I think I'm saying that right. But the main thing is that when you get a pair of regular shears, you know, these types of things are called shears. When you get a pair of regular ones, they're quite heavy. And so we had them rework this. This is a light pair of shears. It has the little tiny Missouri stars embossed on the blades, but it is much lighter, much easier for your hands. And I'm in love with them. I just think they're so cool. They're so great. I really like 2 pairs of scissors, a snip and a shear. And again, they're a different type of steel than our everyday scissors. And so they're going to be, they're just a little bit more. I love the box because this is magnetic. You can store stuff in here, and you can also store stuff underneath this in here in the bottom of your toolbox. And so lots of fun things. You do get the new color rotary cutter. It's the same Olga that we love, but the blade also has the embossed stars. And you get the seam ripper, same magnetic, so you can change the top of it with an additional stiletto. And I love that. So just to give you an update on that, that is available for pre-order now through May 31st. And then, you know, I don't know if it'll be around, but it's very cool and very fun and quite a keepsake. And it is one of those, you know, when my I have a grandmother that I adopted, and when she passed, she left me her little scissors, and they're heirloom quality. I mean, she got them in 1906 from her grandmother, and they're beautiful and they still cut perfectly. And so when you get a pair of scissors that's like that, and my hope is that these will be that for you. So I love things with longevity, you guys know. Anyway, also, my second book is out. Well, not out yet, but it's available for pre-order, and that's available until May 26th. But the fun thing about this is the book actually releases on June 4th, and we're going to have a party here in Missouri and at the main shop, and I'm going to be signing copies of that book there in the main shop, so you can bring your book or get a book there. I will be signing a bunch of the pre-orders, so maybe you'll get one with a signature already, so that'll be fun to see. And I will be signing those. Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about our email game because we've upped it. So they're now including, you get all the information, all the fabulous deals, all the things like that. But also I'm playing a bigger role in that email. And I think it's so we can keep in touch no matter where I am in the world. And so, we're going to include recipes, and we're including more information and blurbs from the Doan fam, and, employee features, lots more things. So watch for that email. Make sure you get signed up for it because we're up in that game big. And then also, I wanted to let you know that Tuesday Newsday is now available on YouTube. And so for some of you, it'll be easier to find. And it's still available through the site, of course, and on MSQC All-Stars, but we're making it available to everybody on YouTube, which I love. I just think that's great. Annie and today Ella do such a great job at it. It's just fun to be able to share it with the whole world. I wanted to let you know that a lot of you have asked about my gratitude hearts. Am I still working on my gratitude hearts? And I just wanted to tell you that yes, I am. And I actually had a little weekend this week where, I got to go and really think of some things. And I thought, you know what, I need to start on my gratitude hearts again. Because if you have that, that spirit of gratitude every day, then everything is better. You feel grateful, much more grateful for things and all that kind of stuff. So I took these on my trip with me, and I made these little gratitude hearts. And I've decided I'm not going to make a big quilt. So I have a place in my entryway. Oh, guess who this one is for? Guess who I'm grateful for when you see this cherry heart? I'm grateful for cherry. But, I got about, 10 of these done over the weekend. But I have a place in my entryway that I hang smaller projects. And so I'll probably be able to do maybe, maybe 10 or so in a row, but I'm going to make a small gratitude heart quilt. And it's not because I'm giving up on the gratitude, but I just think that'll be the perfect spot for it. Remind me as I go in and out of the door to be grateful every day. Find something to be grateful for. And again, I use the Sue Daly gratitude quilt. And it comes in a kit like this, and you get your template, and you get all the little papers to glue it to, and then you just have to cut your little backing to put your hearts on. And so I'm back at it, you guys. I'm back feeling all the gratitude. So many things to be grateful for, and it just reminds me when I take a minute and sew a heart every day. I have some ready to go right here. This is really funny because in my car, as I was sewing these, I didn't have any pins, but I had needles. So these are all pinned on here with sewing needles. We're make-do girls. We just figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to try and do one of those each and every day to remind me of just what to be grateful for. And let's see, what else do I have? Anything else? We have some questions, I bet.
Yes, we do. Okay, the first question. You kind of already answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is there an option for the pre-order books to be signed, or are you anticipating way too many books?
So we are anticipating too many, but I'm game for whatever they send me my way. So we haven't received the books yet, and that's why they're on sale for pre-orders. So as soon as we receive them, I'm going to go and start signing them. And so for my last book, I signed hundreds, literally. I don't even know how many I signed, but it was really fun. And still people bring them and have me sign them, which I love. And so I'll do, as many as I possibly can. And maybe you'll get one of the signed ones. So anyway, that's fun. It's fun for me to do that. I never thought I'd get to do this in my life. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. This one says, I love to buy your tools that you use. However, I am such a fan of saturated, bold colors. Will your tools always be pastels?
They will not always be pastels. You might want to just keep an eye out for something that's coming out in the end of the year on Black Friday. So just watch for something.
We love it. My daughter keeps wanting me to put a ruffle on quilts. It is hard if they are quilted. I have tried to figure out a way. Any suggestions?
Yeah, so basically it is a little more difficult. It's the same thing with prairie points. But what you can do is you can just like detach the stitching like 1/4 of an inch along from the edge and sew your ruffle, fold that under, sew your ruffle to the top. And then when you go to sew, then you're going to flip it back over and that little 1/4 inch seam will slide in underneath. And then you'll take the back of it and you'll just fold it down 1/2 inch and you'll just sew it down. There's no binding when you do a ruffle or prairie points. You just kind of turn the back under. So like if this was your quilt right here, you would just sew the ruffle on this side like this. You'd have it all ruffled up and you'd sew it on the top, right sides together, and then you'd fold that down in like this. So then it folds in like this. I know this is rough, you guys, but then you'll take your back piece and you'll fold that under and you'll just stitch that down to where the ruffle is folded under and you'll stitch it down like this. And then that ruffle will come back and lay over on like that. So that's a very, very rough, I hope that makes sense, but you kind of just stitch it to the front, iron that back part down and stitch it in. But you'll have to release, especially if you have it quilted edge to edge, you'll have to release those stitches, some of those right along the edge of that so that you have a little bit of fabric to work with.
Awesome. Will the Christmas box include things from Africa?
So this year's Christmas box is done. But I am so hopeful that when I go to Africa that I will find a charity over there that we can include in the Christmas box because I love doing that. We have a charity that we're using this year in the Christmas box, and I know you guys are going to love when you see what we're having done. But this is a little village in Nepal that is making something for us, and you guys are going to love it. I'm super excited about it. I love it. And then next year, I hope to include, I'd love to do that. I think it'd be really fun to find a charity over there. So you can bet I'll be looking for that. That'll be fun.
Awesome. This one says, love Tuesday's Newsday. Does anyone know the name of the quilt that Jenny showed with the scalloped border?
Oh, so that's a new tutorial that's coming out. And I haven't even filmed it yet. I will film it. I think it comes out in June. So it's not out yet. So, I think we have a name for it. Naming quilts is really hard, by the way. But I think we have a name for it, but it will actually be filmed and coming out. This is May, in June. So we'll film that this month. I think not this week, but next week. And then it will come out in June. And so you'll know what that is when you see it. So don't stress about it. It's coming. It's coming.
Is there a chance that your new book will be in the Advent box this year?
It will not. No, it will not. That's a whole separate deal.
Yeah. Okay. How much is lost when cutting the scallops, and should one make that last border a little wider to accommodate for the scallops?
So that's actually depends entirely upon how wide you want your scallop. So the way the ruler works is that if you want a 4-inch scallop, you sew a 4-inch border, and then you will cut to the edge of that and just curve in as you're cutting. I wanted a bigger border, so my border is 6 inches. You get it quilted, you bring it back, and on your ruler, you lay that 6-inch line on the seam line, and then the curve comes all the way up to the edge of the scallop. So it's just the little V's really that you're cutting out of it. If you decide you have a 6-inch border on there and you want a 4-inch scallop, obviously you're going to have a little more waste. But I kind of decide what size I want to do that. And it kind of depends on the size of the quilt. If I have a smaller quilt, I'm going to want a smaller scalloped edge. And so it's pretty fun to do, and it just makes a simple quilt, ooh, ah. All of a sudden it's like fancy. So I like that.
Awesome. Last question.
Oh.
It says, is there any way that your company would possibly make an ugly sweater template that could be like 6.5 inches or so? Thank you.
Well, you just stay tuned, because there is a triple play coming up on templates, and you might be thrilled by this. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay warm and dry, especially if you're here at Missouri Star. Remember, we got lots of umbrellas out there, and you can shop all day long, even in the rain. I hope you guys have a good week wherever you are, and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Ella.